哎，回档都怪拉瑞安，成不了，然后我只能开个加速器。嗯，
我看网上有人说，它这个正式版好像和呃试玩版其实内容没有多特别多。
我觉得还多了挺多的，至少我觉得多了挺多的。嗯，可能大家的体验不一样。
Hardcore! all are wondering, man. How can I?
The tear machine stands in the corner. Assigns your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything. Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir. Anything else I can do?
No, you don't work for the union. The union works for you. That was easy. Worryingly so. A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps. Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from... Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him, it smells like worn cotton with a side of flea market.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try and...
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed teeth. I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm a fan, but I do. Most people don't think that the man from Yelmdale really existed, but they're wrong. I mean, even if...
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Yelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky.
His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting. Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic...
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
But why? I sympathize, I do, but this is a for-profit enterprise. Welcome to Yelmdale, officer. Hello again. How can I help you?
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harman Waushi, stares at you longingly with its...
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction.
G'day to you.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock, and
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side.
from the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? I wasn't here to witness it,
怎么
but
说呢？
those look like tire
The
和
words
DA 的感
Daredevil
觉差
Driver
的
sound
有些地方还是
Too
很
bad
不
it
一
also
样。
takes a year and a day to
这里的
repair
队友
anything
啊，
around here.
不能重复
Especially
聊
a
天
water
啊，
lock. The rest of
而
the
且
coast is closed off till... Sure thing.
多聊2句还觉得你烦。
It is salty, it is savory, it is chewy.
Want some too,
那
officer?
么回头一看，觉得 DA 的角色有点浅，又浅又有表现欲啊的这种味道，有一点。
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
There are clothes.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best.
Save the economy. That sounds off.
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco. Very cool. The economy thanks you, officer.
You find your hands deep in tatter. The box smells like cat piss.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100%.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only 450 for you, sir. Gotta prepare for springtime, right?
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Abort. These are hideous. What's...
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
No, you are definitely not buying those. No, I can't. We can't walk around with you looking like this.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into...
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles could... The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks. A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching. Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Hjelmdal in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase. She's laughing at him, belittling him. Between the throne and the Hjelmdaler man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, "The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hjelmdal novels."
Oh yes, certainly. Another good sale. It is a bestseller for a reason.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novel. Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are.
怎么了？
点个奶茶，好久没有喝甜的东西。
哎呀，趁现在还早啊。
take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum. The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall. This is either an ominous or cool architectural choice. My money is on cool. Looks like a cubic pyrite. It doesn't seem... Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective, Dick Mullen. Shelves full of biography. Take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period. The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall. This is either an ominous or cool architectural. My money is on cool. Looks like a cubic pyrite. There doesn't seem to be. You take the legal documents out of the envelope. The youth, it's going. This is either. My money is on cool. Looks like a cubic pyrite. There doesn't seem to be anything of interest. Take the legal documents. The youth, it's going. This is either. My money is on cool. Looks like a cubic pyrite. There doesn't seem to be. You take the legal. The youth, it's going to. This is either. My money is on cool. There is no loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door. Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this.
I should have seen it. People will move away on their own accord.
He is not altogether comfortable with your contribution to The cover of this tattered paperback features the man. Behind him rise the harsh, snow-capped peaks, naked women and giant swords. Is that really the best they could come up with? Feels formulaic and derivative. The back blurb reads, his latest adventure serves as the perfect introduction to. Below, in smaller font, you see the parenthetical, adapted from Man from Eondal and the Necromancer's Treasure, a brazen attempt to bilk fans for more money by splicing together old stories under a new title. People find comfort in familiarity, remembering old experiences. Looking, the story opens in media res. The man from Eondal and his band of northern reavers. By nightfall, only the man from Eondal and his blood brother, noble Tyribald, are left standing against the dead horde. It is an honor to die. 9 Tyribald. The man from Eondal bellows over the army of flesh and bone. Have courage. It is physically impossible for a human being to effectively dual-wield Zwei, and with deadly finesse, his twin blades scissor the necromancer's head from its body. The undead legions collapse like ragdolls as the dark magic leaves them, and the 2 Northmen stand alone in their cursed temple, where the bodies of their lost brothers litter the floors. A few chapters later, the man from Eondal and Tyribald are in a completely different. This book makes a mockery of the very idea of good plotting. The Northmen find themselves in the court of a powerful southern king, Lord Hrothgar. The man from Eondal extracts a high price from the desperate king. He asks land for the homeless desert pygmies living exiled in the kingdom's borderlands. Hrothgar offers the hand of his eldest daughter instead, but the son of winter does not budge. What do you mean? Because the flame of justice burns bright within his chest. Because, above all, he's driven to bring honor to the name of his beloved Eondal. Because you skip past a section detailing an elaborate banquet. In the center of the great hall stands a blood altar on which, as the vile ceremony ends, the sound swiftly, the visitors toss off their cloaks and unsheathe glimmering northern steel. It's the man. In an instant, the Nathera summon a horde of gibbering orcanoids who rush our hero. Oh, for fuck's sake. When the din of battle settles, only the man from Eondal and Tyribald remain standing, exhausted and dripping with the entrails of their foes. That he probably is, but you can't be sure, because this one ends in a cliffhanger. Considering the sheer amount of different Eondalaman books out there, the man from Eondal stares at you on the cover, his face fixed. The edges of the pages are worn and smudged. A lot of people have read about that. The jacket copy proclaims, man from Eondal returns in his most exciting. He is ambushed by a tribe of female warriors and taken to the ancient citadel of Cloud City, where a mysterious and wicked queen. You open the book to a random page. Man, his arms whirling like windmills, are soaked with. Good God, this is some retrograde stuff. When you flip to the copyright page, this book was written in 38. Berserker rage burns in his azure-hued eyes as he brings glory and honor to his long-lost man from Eondal rides on a gilded griffin, his golden mane billowing in the steel muscles of man from Eondal gleam in the humid jungle air. Yet the man does not sweat. A passage reads, the man from Eondal looks up, his eyes blue. Thine spells are no match for purity and strength of will. Brothers, I have grand plans for you, man from Eondal. She gestures her diabolical hand toward an array of potions and unguents. First, you shall please. In the final pages, man from Eondal mounts Galavarin. To find out what happens next, you'll have to pick up man from Eondal and Kingdom of Conscience. The kingdom of conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The toy must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Centrism isn't change, not even incremental change. It is control over your...
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? I am not.
You could be, Liz. You could.
Even a mod? Glenn.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International. The cold look in her. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Oh, so you...
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us? You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
Can I help you? Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this...
It's not a shaker. It's nothing. He's holding nothing.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? That's right, I'm the cafeteria manager.
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
Even more reason for me not to serve you, sir. Was there any...
My husband? No, he's not. I don't know. At home now?
Where is this going, officer?
Yes, but... No. Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband. No, absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, given the ladder of...
What? That's just... My daughters are perfect. They're almost grown up now, anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now. My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turned. Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Jamrock, safe and well. There is no investigation here. I can tell you that. I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him a bit.
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so in.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Wonderful. The store is open.
The woman before. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. You have no clue. It's just a wall. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see. You have no clue. Just an ordinary wall. You have no. Just an ordinary wall. You have no clue. It's just a wall.
喂。啊，好，你放门口就好了，谢谢。放门口就好了。喂，喂，听得见吗？喂，听得见吗？
just an ordinary wall, because this is no ordinary wall. It is sublime. Look at it. The shadows, the colors. All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God. O Wall Father. Huh? He sounds tired of it all. Cindy the Skull has all the necessary materials. Talk to her.
Sure. If you must.
Give me a moment. I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. I know those types, yes. There have been some here, but they never make their rent, so they have to move.
She appreciates your effort to curb the deviantry and laxness. It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota. Evening falls. The time has come to take the vow. The vows are blood and flesh. Lower intestine? Fascism, Brota. Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revershal's problems? Quit stalling, Bruta. We're talking about the weakest, worst, most insane thing. The weak link. Yes, them, but also Wurmen. Wurmen, men of Wur. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Woo men need to go back to the fucking kitchen. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing is that Woo men need to know their place. Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revershal's problems? Yes, them. Women. Women. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is all stomach truth. You're having a stomach because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times. Okay, yes, let's call it that. Good thinking. That sounds much better. Traditionalism. You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota. For the nation, smart. Best not to mention the women too often. That's why you're the head and I am the stomach. Of course you are, Bruta. Of course.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
What for?
What do you think I'm trying to paint here? A mural for a better tomorrow? Why do you really need it? But boring. You're not using my lovely brush to spread boredom. I ain't helping no pigs fool honest, upstanding citizens. Well, if it's for art. But what kind of art are we talking about? Sounds like you're just about to live out your self-pity, not make a statement. I can't have shit art on my conscience. Yeah, not gonna hold my breath, Piggy. You look like you'd suck. Everything really.
You don't have the skills to execute something like this in practice. But, oh boy, the idea's going to blow her fucking mind. She squints her eyes.
On fire. I say, sod off. You don't have the technical skills to do that. Didn't we all? I like your idea. Should have thought of it myself. I don't need this kind of competition in... Insult me all you want. You're still an art cop.
Oops, my apologies. I guess you're a police officer and a grown-up. Why are you trying to impress her?
Ooh, police. Have you got any kids? But fine, take the brush. I'm all out of fuel oil anyway.
You know what you should be able to find in your government-issued vehicle? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my...
What for?
What do you think I'm trying to paint here? A mural for a better tomorrow? Why do you really need it? But boring. You're not using my lovely brush to spread boredom. I ain't helping no pigs fool honest, upstanding... Well, if it's for art. But what kind of art are we talking about? Sounds like you're just about to live out your self-pity, not make a statement. I can't have shit art on my conscience. Yeah, not gonna hold my breath, Piggy. You look like you'd suck. Everything really.
They do say the painter always paints his own portrait.
That's pretty fucked up. Even for you, piggo. You're a real sad sack. You know that? Go ahead then. Art it up. Just try not to hurt yourself. And no self-portraits. Oh, but I'm all out of fuel oil.
You know what you should be able to find in your government-issued vehicle? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil. Are you kidding me? Fuel oil is so much cooler. No way you're disfiguring that beautiful wall with something as pedestrian as ordinary paint.
My fuel oil is for my kinema. Use your own fuel if you are unable to contain your artistic impulses, but please, leave my kinema out of it.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comfortable.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
You can revisit the bench.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off?
The tear machines, your bottles clunk into the machine, and the The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in. There is a hollow ring as you kick the box. It sounds like it's mostly empty. Your toe hurts now. Your toe has suffered damage. It hurts.
Cool. You really showed that mail collector.
He does not actually think it's cool. If anything, the lieutenant feels sorry for the poor box. He's leaning in to inspect the layers of graffito that deface it. The lieutenant pats the box on the head, ever so slightly. Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are. This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Indeed. Something about that book does seem to have well, I hope it contains what you're looking for.
Medicinal purposes of the pearl. The cover of flipping through the book, you find a number of sections on the general benefits of the pearl. A large pharmacopoeia makes up nearly half of the book. You come across the following explanation. While modern pharmacopoeia are continually updated by so-called experts based on the results of clinical trials, readers will find assembled here the timeless wisdom relied upon by generations of traditional Seolite medicine practitioners, Mesk mystics, and Ilmaran folk doctors.
哈喽啊，哈喽，唉，它这里有个 bug，我进了这个场景，出去不了了。然后贴吧的人说，因为他觉得你在这里应该是会打一场战斗再走的，所以你必须进。所以现在，因为你现在没有在战斗里所以走不了触发不了
It's
战斗
all
啊。
quackery, in
然后
other
他们
words.
说解决办法是
Finally, something to calm the
就
angry
是
spirits that have been
把
plaguing
游
me.
戏进入回合
It
制模
seems to
式，
contain
然后就可
descriptions
以。他
of
们
the
说，
medicinal properties of various ingredients
然
that
后
may be gathered
试试他
from
们
the
这个
ground as
是不是
well
真
as
的啊？是真的啊
instructions for
把游戏
producing
变成
a
回合制
variety
模
of
式，
herbal
然后再
remedies.
从回合制模式出来就可以解决
There are a
问题。
number of seer-like tonics that promise to improve your short-term memory, but nothing that speaks to your condition. What you're
回
describing
合制模
is
式就
booze.
是回合
You
制模
don't
式
need，any herbs for that.
就是它这个游戏不是实时的嘛？你探索的时候是
There's
实时
nothing
的嘛？
in here that speaks to hangovers
然后你
directly.
把探
However,
索时时
while
候的实
browsing
时给
through
关
the
掉，
various
然后你变
descriptions,
成
you become
回合制
convinced
探索，
that you
然
could
后
assemble
再回
some.
来它就好
First,
了。
you need to choose a base ingredient.
哇，好不容易啊！哇，真的，一场战斗打了1个小时，到时候怎么带你们打呢？已经很 pro， 不得不变强。哎呦，啊，这个游戏困难难度不想歪点子，真的难，真的难哇！
Next, you'll need to combine the base ingredient with an appropriate vehicle.
还没有离开第一章
Is there
啊，
anything
还
else
没有
you'd
离开
like
试
to
玩
add?
版的内容。现在是试玩版，我之前没玩过的内容，但是还是没有离开试玩版的内容，失望吗？嗯，讲内容很少。嗯，戛然而止是吗？唉，我相信不太会啊，因为我觉得有哔哩哔哩这叔叔他们分享给我的东西啊，虽然我没有很认真的看啊，我也不觉得不应该很认真的看啊，因为不太好啊，不想被剧透。 月初知道。哇，我终于可以离开第一章了，我觉得。
The ginger and aloe vera make this poultice ideal for the treatment of arthritis. It won't do anything for your hangover though. Would you like to try again? Very well. First, choose a base ingredient. Next, you'll need to combine the base ingredient with an appropriate vehicle. Lastly, is there anything else you'd like to add? The ginger root will help with the nausea. The very thought of this tea causes your muscles to relax and your mind to clear. You're more present and in control than you were a moment ago. A tingle rushes down your spine and you feel your toes uncurl. If only it could always be like this. Flipping through the book, you find a number of sections on the general benefits of the pill. A large pharmacopoeia makes up nearly half of the book. You come across it's all final. It seems to contain description. The tome seems to get heavier with every.
嗯，再见。
Medicinal purposes of the pearl. Flipping through the book, you find a number of sections on the general benefits of the pearl. A large pharmacopoeia makes up nearly half of the book. You come across the following explanation. While modern pharmacopoeia are continually updated by so-called experts based on the results of clinical trials, readers will find assembled here the timeless wisdom relied upon by generations of traditional Seolite medicine. It's all quackery, in other words. Finally, something to calm the angry spirits that have been plaguing you. It seems to contain descriptions of the medicinal properties of various ingredients that may be gathered from the pearl, as well as instructions for producing a variety of herbal remedies. There are a number of Seolite tonics that promise to improve your short-term memory, but nothing that speaks to your condition. What you're describing is booze. You don't need any herbs for that. There's nothing in here that speaks to hangovers directly. However, while browsing through the various descriptions, you become convinced that you could assemble something from the ingredients listed here. Want to give it a shot? First, you need to choose a base ingredient. Next, you'll need to combine the base ingredient with an appropriate vehicle. Lastly, is there anything else you'd like to add? The ginger and aloe vera make this poultice ideal for the treatment of arthritis. It won't do anything for your hangover, though. Would you like to try again? Very well. First, choose a base ingredient. Next, you'll need to combine the base ingredient with an appropriate vehicle. Lastly, is there anything else you'd like to add? The ginger root will help with the nausea, and the birch bark tea will... The very thought of this tea causes your muscles to relax and your mind to clear. You're more present and in control than you were a moment ago. A tingle rushes down your spine, and you feel your toes uncurl. If only it could always be like this.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds.
Beautiful. So tell me, are you here to make things right again? Beautiful. I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting. Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place.
Wait. Suddenly you are digging things?
Trust me, you do. That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad. Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
Don't worry, we'll meet again. Come find me in the bar of the Whirling some evening.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, alright?
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
Who knows, detective? It's a mystery. Different, of course. Something so mysterious about the way he talks. Very.
He's barely holding it together. It's all he can do to keep from bursting out in laughter.
Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
You have acquired the hat. Keep it.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason you feel this man is your superior, but he's not in the command. His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible.
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
Oh yes, my friend has a great eye for these things. He refuses to tell me where it came from. It's a mystery. I believe they call this type of frame industry. That's really all I can tell you about it.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
I'm sorry to say I did, officer. Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Well done, detective.
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez. Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities. I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10.
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human. As far as I went back inside.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man. All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly. Those funny... Oh, officer, that kind of language is unbecoming. I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent. Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching. Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything. You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such... I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late. No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more assistance. The Coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight. Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here. Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand.
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the Coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution. It is the most important thing. It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bake. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%. But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2. The Coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet? A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the... But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency. It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the Coalition.
Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's bitch. Besides...
But of course. Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values? Martinez? No. Martinez is... Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an... But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking. Do you think peace is boring? What about prosperity? My friend, that is only because you have never known the alternative.
The smile he gives you is straight off a campaign.
Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports.
Darlings? That can't be an official designation.
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its
Jamrock and other parts of the international zone have been mercifully spared of Sur-la-Clé's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes.
Whatever you wish, officer. Ah, my friend, My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters. Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, that it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since. EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
God, yes. Sweet standardization. The backbone of rationality and commerce.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level. Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole. It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level. A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident. You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy. It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Except that candidate members never become full members, do they?
No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics. How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in. One of the wonders of democracy is that everyone is allowed to have his own opinion. And not just allowed, debating. You should consider joining a debating society for adults. I hear they're oodles of fun, but now that I start thinking of it, it was for an improv class anyway. It's this funny theater thing, you know? Very...
A chill runs down your spine as you envision a half-dozen people in professional attire standing around a chair, awkwardly pretending to be waiting for a motorbus. It's neither funny nor creative.
Sorry, who? But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization. He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
As though you weren't envious enough of the...
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? I'm just enjoying the view.
A dead body we still need to get down, by the way.
Listen.
The baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
No, listen. The Insulindian Bay. This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, but the million real view stays. You can't take that away. My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
I'm all ears, officer. A moment. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave. It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
Of course. I'm glad I could help.
The 15th Indo tribe. Because there was. The 15th Indo tribe was comprised of 8 kids from Forberg and North Jamrock, running from wild dogs in the valley, hiding scents under rocks, and stealing clothes off clotheslines, and sometimes even the copper wiring of phone lines. You may have been one of them. This must be a childhood memory. The 15th Indo tribe was your Indo tribe, set to rule in Celinda. The rest of the kids are dead now. Car accidents and drug overdoses. Only you remain.